Hello! We're going to try this again. And hopefully I'll get a decent session in this time. Last week I had a little emergency pop up while I was streaming. I had to cut the stream short. And then, as you can probably hear, my throat decided to bottom out. So streaming lately has become something of a premium for me to try to be able to do. Anyway, I've decided to start this again from scratch. Simply because I think that it makes sense to. Didn't really get very far before. And yeah, I thought if you're going to do this, do it properly. I didn't want to just do a 25-minute video with me abruptly leaving at the end to be the way I started the game. So yeah, this is Wolfenstein 3D, and I'm playing this on the Xbox One via the backwards compatibility. It is an Xbox 360 release, but lots of wall humping going on here because I can't remember where any of the secrets are. But yeah, who said that? Somebody said something over here. Something like, not in there. Right, Adolf, you bastard. Right. So yeah, I'm having another stab at this. God, between having a tooth pulled out, which still isn't right, the gum still hasn't healed over properly from that. Kindly die. Yeah, to not, just generally speaking, not having the time. My streaming has really suffered of late, and it's easy to fall out of the habit of doing it. What I've been doing is like watching other people stream, just putting their stream on while I've been doing things and stuff. And I thought, you know what, I need to try and get back to some sort of regularity with this. So that's what I'm trying to do here. But it's getting to that time of the year where things are busy, so it's just going to have to be, I'm just going to have to be able to stream when I can. I think it's daft trying to keep any kind of schedule together or make any kind of promises or anything like that. Just simply because it's not practical and it's not going to work. I always remember this secret here. That says I shook the joypad and accidentally wasted a bullet. Yeah, so I've had that, and then my Xbox One is starting to develop a fault. Well, it has developed a fault. The severity of the fault I'm yet to fully ascertain, but it's having a hard time reading discs when you first put them in. This started last week, and I thought, is this just a one-off? Because it happened with the Forza Horizon 7. And the console's been doing a load of updates because the Xbox One X has come out, so it just feels like nearly every game that I've got has been updating. I'm not sure what it's updating because not having the X, I was under the impression that those 4K updates were optional. So I'm assuming it's not that. So I don't know what it's been updating. Probably some compatibility thing or something. Whatever, yeah, so I assumed it was that at first, just maybe the game just had a bit of a moment, because when I put the disc back in, it did that thing that it does sometimes where it says, getting your game ready, just wait a moment. It was like, what do you mean you're just getting the game ready? I've played it many times, and it tends to do that when it's done updates, so I guess it's something tied into that, I don't know. And then of course I put the game disc back in and it worked fine, but then it's been doing it quite often. It's nearly every time I put a disc in at the moment, it seems it's having an issue. Now, I've looked on the internet, there are a couple of solutions. None of them are particularly permanent, as I would describe them. They seem to be what I would call a temporary fix. It's certainly not a conclusive fix whatsoever, and one with which I would not bet my life on the console still working in many years' time. One of them involves tilting the console at a 45-degree angle when you put the disc in. I'm not overly keen on that idea, and there's a couple of reasons. First of all, consoles don't like being moved when there's a disc in the drive. Anybody that had the 360 will tell you that. This sort of legendary, hey, the 360's scoring my discs. Well, did you rotate the console? Did you move the console at all while the disc was in the drive? That'll be the reason why that happened. So I'm not keen on that. And excuse me, yeah, you have to forgive me, my throat's still out of whack. And another one was to blow air in, which I did. I have a sort of air cleaning hand device thing that you just squeeze it and it fires a jet of air into stuff. And I cleaned all of the front part where the disc goes in, the air vents, the lot. I cleaned it as much as I could without opening the thing up, because I'm not doing that. Where did that come from? That's only what I'm going to do. And do this. Overwrite last week's save. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not scum. I'm not jeopardizing breaking something else on the console. I've seen videos on YouTube of people doing teardowns of the Xbox One in order to be able to do these things. I could do it, excuse me, but I would need to invest in the right type of screwdriver in order to be able to do that. And yeah, I'm not 100% comfortable with it. It looks like there's a few tricky little areas. I need a pry tool because I don't want to damage it at all. And yeah, I mean, the option is, of course, go buy a new Xbox One, but I don't have the money. I wouldn't be buying the Xbox One X, because I can't afford that. I could maybe, with trading in a lot of stuff, might be able to afford an Xbox One S. But the thing is, I've had this console for 2.5 years. And I've used it a lot, but I think it's kind of bad that the drive mechanism on it is worn to the point where it's not seating discs properly when they're put into the drive. Because let's face it, it's a pretty important part of the console, that part, and one would expect the drive to be a bit more robust than that. And it's not just mine. There are numerous videos up on YouTube. It's a common problem, and it does seem to be that the drive mechanism wears and doesn't take the disc all the way fully to the back of the caddy thing. Whether the little rubber gripper things that take the disc when you slide it in are slipping a bit, I don't know. It's not a laser issue, because when the disc is inside, when it goes in, it works fine. The games work fine, and they install fine. So it's not a disc issue. it's most definitely an issue with the disc not being lined up correctly. Oh, for the love of God. Which is frustrating, because when the disc goes in the drive, it only uses the disc as like an authoring tool, I guess. It just, yeah, there's an official disc for a game that's installed on the hard drive. I will now start up the hard drive installation of the game. So it's not technically spinning the disc, certainly at any kind of high speed, while you're playing the game. So the wear and tear should be actually far less on the console than previous versions or previous consoles. Like with the 360, it was spinning all the time because it's streaming the data off a disc. Some PS3 games were the same, some partially installed to speed up access time, because the Blu-ray drive was a much slower spinning device than, was it DVD 9? I think that was inside of the Xbox 360. So it needed to do that to stream games, the loading times and textures and stuff like that. But that's not the case with the modern, this current gen. They're all run off the hard drive, and the disc is merely a confirmation of ownership tool. I mean, in fact, I mean, one could argue that the 360 doesn't even, the Xbox One doesn't even install the games from the disc. They only actually install the games from, excuse me, God, I'm really struggling. From the internet, if you're connected to the internet, which, given how long it can take to install some games, I wouldn't be surprised by. Why are you not dying? Took all that health off me there. That's absolute scum. That's what I dislike about this game sometimes. It's very cheesy in nabbing your health. It doesn't help by the fact I can't bloody see my health because of the Twitch blue bar. So yeah, it's kind of been annoying, to say the least. I've not been very, very happy about it, because I don't know how much life I've got in my Xbox One now. You know, I don't want to spend money I haven't really got. I know what compounds it is. This one was a gift. I was in hospital for a couple of months, a couple of years ago, and it was, my family got together and got me this as a part of a birthday present. And you know, it's kind of frustrating to for it to start acting like this, because it's been looked after. I always look after my stuff, I always look after my consoles and my games. The games are never anywhere but either in the console or in the case. The consoles are cleaned regular, looked after, you know. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. Because, you know, you just think to yourself, God, I missed a huge number of bad guys there. You can think that to yourself as well. But you just kind of think to yourself, what do you do? It sometimes feels to me, and I don't know if anyone else gets this, but do you ever get afraid to actually use your consoles? You know, do you ever sort of get wary of, wow, if I actually dare to play on this thing, it might break? We've been seeing reports of the new Xbox One X breaking. People, seems to be ranging from a couple of minutes to a couple of days, or you know, a couple of hours to a couple of days. the thing is overheating, I guess, and shutting down and then not coming back on again. And it's like, dear God, you know, was the red rings of death not bad enough? And it does. If you spend a huge amount, which it is. I mean, over here it's £450. I know in the US it's $500. It's a lot of money for what is essentially a mid-cycle upgrade. Though I suspect that might actually change. I think we're gonna see an end to the traditional console life cycles. I think that because they've gone to PC architecture, I think it's going to change where you won't be getting that end of gen and then next gen. I think it's all going to be the same. I get lost so badly on this level. God damn it, joypad, stop shooting. That's where I came in. Right. So yeah, I do think you're going to see that change, that difference, where the common concept of here's a games console, it's going to last for 5-6 years, then we're going to come out with the next gen, and that's it, your games are gone, you have to basically start again because it's got newer hardware architecture in there. I think those days are over because, well, I mean, they just want to make consoles more like PCs, don't they? So it's easier to sell stuff as a service as opposed to a game, because PCs have pretty much gone down that pathway. A lot of the even operating systems are more service-based than ever. So yeah, that's been my weekend. It was very frustrating. I thought I'd cracked it when I cleaned it. It seemed to work. And then it rapidly started doing the same thing again, which is just hugely disappointing. I can see myself, because there's no way I'm gonna trade a console in this family group together to buy as a gift. That's not going to happen. So God alone knows what. I can see me just getting rid of my PS3 and my Xbox 360 and what games I've got left still here for those, and seeing what I can get together to get an Xbox One S, because there's some good deals that they're doing over here at the moment. You can get it with Shadow of War for £230, which, you know, is still a good console. It's an upgrade from the one I have. I don't have a 4K TV, so the 4K stuff is something I'm not overly bothered about. But I'm trying to remember, have I been in here? Yeah, I have, haven't I? Oh, for a map. I don't get why some of these guys go down sometimes after one bullet, and other times it takes like 3 or 4. Wall humping because I can't remember where the bloody secrets are. So yeah, the perils of owning games consoles these days. I think I would be really pissed if I bought an Xbox One X, and it died after a couple of hours of playing games on it. That would be very infuriating, to say the least. And I've heard all kind of different theories. It's because it's overclocked and all of that stuff. I don't know. I mean, overclocking technology is an old concept. It's not new. People have been doing that on PCs for years, so I would be amazed if Microsoft engineers were doing that to an extent that caused the damn console to pack in. That would be, well, that would be a new high in stupidity. Because, hello, what have we got here? There's bullets. Alright. Let's just check this now. More? No? Okay. I guess I'm going this way. I can't see that being the cause of it myself. I think that enough, well, you would hope that enough simulation had been done on the console prior to release in order to make sure that that type of thing didn't happen. And you got to take in mind that whenever new technology launches, you're always going to get people complain about issues with it. But it does seem quite alarming that a lot seem to be of the same thing, where it shuts off and won't power back on again. That, I mean, even after it, I could understand if it was hot, it overheated, but once it's cooled down, it technically should start back up again until it gets too hot again. God, I'm lost completely here now. Well, go in there. Suits of armour. Dead doggos. I've been in here. God damn it, it's confusing. But then again, one would have thought that Microsoft should have done enough simulation soak testing on the Xbox 360 as well. But they didn't. That was one big design flaw, that initial console. I mean, when I saw the teardown of that thing, they stuck the bleeding DVD-ROM drive on top of a heatsink for the GPU. I was like, okay, what could possibly go wrong there? And unsurprisingly, it was going up the wall. Good work, chaps. Now, this is obviously not where I need to go because I haven't... Oh, okay. I'm even more lost now. Right, okay. Let's... But yeah, I just hope that it's just the vocal minority, that this isn't a design flaw with the Xbox One X, because we don't need that kind of thing happening. I mean, what tends to happen in situations like that is it was one thing with the 360, because it wasn't pre-internet when the 360 come out, but it was really... Look, why didn't you just die? 4 bullets into this silly bastard. But it wasn't... The psychotic behaviour of people on the internet wasn't quite as bad back then as it is now. I mean, people are just mental cases now. There's no rationale to people at all. You critique something, even in the mildest terms, and they go bananas at you. Which is ridiculous. I saw somebody people tweeting over the weekend about how wrong it is to criticise bad games. People toiled away to make that game. Well, you can't have a Pollyanna attitude to something. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's not good, it's not good. And if a studio that has a lot of financial backing, and this was in reference to the Sonic game, I mean, I've not played it, so I don't know, but if people were comparing it to the fan-made, is it Sonic Mania, and saying that the Sonic Mania was a better game, yet had a much lesser production value, it's actually a very valid point. in an age where game publishers are very quick to justify packing crap into their video games like loot crates and microtransactions and season passes and God knows what else, citing the rising costs of games. It's like, well, if a bunch of people, a small studio, can get together and create an experience that is better than the mega budget one, then there's a conversation that needs to be had there about the validity of spending that much money on game development. But apparently that's an issue now. It's like, yeah, when you work in the entertainment industry, you generally speaking don't get a pass from criticism. That comes with part of the job. I believe in fair criticism though, that being said. Unfair criticism there's no place for. Now where the hell am I supposed to go? I know this is just wall humping looking for stuff, but let me just save. Been in there. Killed everybody. Come in here. Yeah. There it is. How did I not see that before? I must have been going mad. Right, should I go see if I can pick up a bit of ammo before I get out of here? Let's hope I don't get lost along the way. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, you know what? Stick it. It's literally 5 bullets. Well, I killed everybody. Hey, what? Where? Oh, there. No, you see, I didn't need to worry about them bullets, because I got them back. Right. Save. But yeah, this attitude that I've seen people tweeting about, and then I got somebody else tweeting about not complaining about microtransactions, just simply don't buy the game. Those type of people frustrate the hell out of me. They're the problem with why these things happen in video games, because they just sit there with the finger up their ass and just act as if we're lucky to get these things that we're given them, and we shouldn't complain. Here's the thing. Progress is only made by those people that challenge the current convention. If you want these things to go away, then people are going to have to speak out about it, and sometimes you have to be very, very vocal. If it doesn't affect you, then why are you worried about other people? What's your vested interest in it? Like, shut up, get out of the way, and let other people do things. See, these are the people that are happy to let somebody else do something, but they don't ever want to be seen to be breaking ranks, as if somehow, they're going to get favour, that EA are going to cut them a break, that they're going to be treated exceptionally differently. Here's the thing. Have the courage of your convictions, or fuck off. And that's all I have to say on that. I'm sick of these, these little snivelling little pricks that, and I'm going to unleash a little bit here because I have had enough of it, that complain that, well, if you don't like microtransactions in games, then don't buy the games. But when they put them in all the games, what you're supposed to do, just stop playing. You're supposed to stop having the conversation about you paying full price for a game, and now the hiding stuff behind a pay to win. So you've paid full price for a game that you're handicapped in playing because of these mechanics, and you're not supposed to complain about that according to these people. You know, well, why should that be in a full price game? Especially in a series that you've enjoyed. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't buy the game. They should buy the game if they want to, but they've also have a right to complain about the content therein. You know, I get tired of these weak, snivelling little individuals that think everything is a zero-sum game. That, oh, you have to do... If you buy a game, you can't complain about it. That's such a bollocks. That is such a flawed way of thinking. Because how can you possibly have an honest, you son of a bitch? I'm not starting again because she takes all your guns off you, so... How are you supposed to formulate a fair opinion unless you've actually spent time with something? Think about that. I mean, what a completely, utterly redundant, ridiculous and unintelligent argument is that to say that you should not buy something then? Or if you buy something, you forfeit the right to complain about the product therein. No, that's not how it works. And it's so vacuously minded to come out with something like that. It's like, no, if I've paid money for something, I have a right to complain if I'm not happy about it. And if you don't like it, piss off. Simple as that. You know, they just want to... It's like, oh, people moaning about microtransactions in games, just don't buy them. It's like, well, no. People are entitled to do what they want. They pays the money. Just don't read the stuff. Unfollow them off Twitter. Hell, follow me. I don't give a shit. I'll call out bullshit when I see it. And if you don't like it, that's your own oversensitive, privileged, mollycoddled, wrapped in cotton wool nature that can't handle somebody else having a differing opinion on something to you. Well, then you need to go away and address reasons why you're on the internet in the first place. Because I'm fucking sick of it. People that are perpetually offended all the time. Everything is a problem. People voice an opinion on something. They don't agree with it, so they have to be offended. No. Just shut up. Nobody cares. Because here's the thing. When you slam these companies like this, and they feel that public opinion is against them, they will respond. Time and time again, that's been proven. Silence does not, in a silent protest, achieve but two things: jack and shit when it comes to modern day. They don't care. And yes, voting with your wallet can help, but you shouldn't have to do that, because these things shouldn't be in there in the first place. And so people are criticising a product before it comes out, because if you do that, hey, guess what? There's a chance they might patch those type of stupid things out of it when it does come out. It's not rocket science. It's probably best if we just sit there and be quiet, right? Because after all, we're so lucky. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, for the love of God. What I wouldn't give for a map. It's funny, like in Doom, which has like more complex environments, I can find my way around because of that. But with this, because it's all on one level and flat, and it's has a limited number of textures and stuff. I always end up getting completely lost. Alright, this looks promising. Right, I heard the guy say shoot Stoffel, that's one of them. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to have a bit of a rant like that, but it annoys me. I hate that kind of attitude that they try to make out that people are wrong for speaking up about subjects and making an issue about subjects. People aren't wrong for doing that. That is not a negative thing. People should be encouraged. I mean, look, I don't agree with abusive criticism. There's absolutely zero need for that. I was a bit lucky there. But that's not the point that they're making. And you're defending a corporation. You're defending a multi-billion-dollar corporation as if they need defending. They need you to defend them. They have, you know, hundreds of lawyers on retainer defending them. They don't need your poxy little help. It just makes you look like a snivelling little turd when you defend something that's clearly a bad business practice. Or sorry, a bad deal for the consumer, and you're the consumer and you're advocating it almost. It makes you look really bad to seemingly lack the courage to speak out. And then they belittle it, saying, oh, it's just video games. It's like, right, well, you know, everything is just something to somebody else, isn't it? You know, films are just films after all. But if you went to the cinema to watch a film and then suddenly got to like 10 minutes before the end and they paused the film and everybody had to stump up another 10 quid to see what the ending of the film was, otherwise you didn't get to see it, yeah, you kind of wouldn't be happy with that, would you? So it's all relative. It's relative to what entertainment media is important to you. And if you're, by the way, if you're a gamer, or I know people don't like using that phraseology, but correction, if you happen to enjoy playing video games, will you die? Yes. So you happen to enjoy playing video games, but you're happy for these business practices to occur? Am I missing something? Or are you missing something, like a brain? Because you do realise that's to your detriment. Like, it's to your detriment that they do these things. You're paying more and getting less. Can you possibly justify the absolute insanity of that? Yeah. Yes. That's how that works now. Like, it's just, I don't know. I find it, I think people are insane that, I have done him in. So no way into this bit. There's got to be a secret here, right? Is that the only bit? Seems like an awfully big bit. But yeah, that's just a rant that... It probably didn't help that I was in a bad mood because... again with the damn sensitive right trigger that my Xbox One was playing up, and then you see... Ugh. Don't complain. Don't throw shade at Electronic Arts. They might stop making games for us. Then what would we do? Yeah, because that's going to happen, right? A multi-billion-dollar video game company's going to stop making video games. And in other news from things that will never happen, companies will stop doing things for two reasons. One, they diversify into something else, or they don't really do well enough and they end up going out of business. Nobody just stops doing something unless you're a single owner business, unless you have a single owner business model and you decide to retire. Seriously, people, wake up and get in the real world, will you? I mean, I support the games industry the best that I can. Am I going to not have Star Wars Battlefront 2? Probably not. I'll probably play the single player, but I won't pay into loot boxes. I won't pay into it, but if I want to complain about it because I think it ruins a game mode that I would have otherwise played, aside from whatever single player and any kind of offline mode that happens to be there, then I'll complain about it. And you'll love it. I can't be arsed going looking for more bullets, although I know where I could have got some more. Right, floor 5. Save game. Oh. This isn't going to be a long stream, I can say now, because my throat is starting to go again. I shouldn't have done that rant, but needs must. What are you doing there? Gotta be really careful with this gun because it eats bullets. I've done all this bit now. Did that room, did that room, did that room. Did I go in here? No. Die! Stop getting stuck on furniture. What's in here? That. Bastard. I've got the key I need. I'll try and remember how the bloody hell to get out of here now. I think it's here in this way, isn't it? Excuse me. And if I remember, that did there. That was there. And that's back in here. That's good. I've done all that side. So let's save. You say Schultzstoffel? Sounds like it. I suppose he is supposed to be an SS officer. Now then. Bizarre room indeed. I heard a dude then. Sneaky. Right. No, been in here? Ah, yeah, that's right. So stop that. Nailed them, nailed them, nailed them. Okay. Alright. Give me your bullets. I suppose that you could probably tell it's not always, doesn't always look like a texture or misplaced texture map on the wall that indicates that you can go into that particular secret area. It's not always the case. Kind of makes it a bit of a pain finding the secrets sometimes. Come on. Far too many bullets. Right. Bastard. I'm not speedrunning this. If I get out of these rooms early, it's more luck than judgment. All these levels, should I say. Right. Come on. Just a bullet sponge. No. Okay. See, why did one blast kill the other guy and not him? Is there another dude in here? Or was it just a... Did he say Actung at the same time as I shot him? Who knows? These all go into the same. No. 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 Bloody hell, right. It's interesting this game had lives. because obviously Doom didn't, and they don't really serve much in the way of a purpose, to be honest, because there's no way you'll get through some of the later levels without more powerful weapons. It's a bit like, I think I said when I was streaming this the first time round, the Japanese, well, I say Japanese, wasn't just Japanese, but those sorts of Konami shoot 'em ups, like Salamander and Nemesis or whatever the hell it was, Gradius, stuff like that, where you blow up and you lose your weapons. And it's like, well, I might as well just die, because there's no way I'm going to be able to progress, because your ship starts crawling at half a mile an hour and you've got no decent enough weapons to take out the massive hordes that are with you. It's a little bit like that, not exactly like it, but a little bit. You get overwhelmed. Same with Doom. When you die in Doom, it reloads the level that you were on, and you've got like the pistol, and it's like, yeah, right, because that's going to work against all of these Barons of Hell and Knights of Hell and Cyber Demons and stuff. It's like you're having a laugh. You might as well just save the game, or reload your last save, should I say. How did that one die over there, not the one right in front of me? Oh well. Right. Pick up that. What's it done? I have no idea where I'm going. Right, I think that room, yeah, that's completely clear. That's the one I've just done. Okay. That's the room I just got the key out of. Stay open. I've clearly been here, right, and this is... Now, have I already seen the exit? Or do I have to go all the way back? I've been in here? Yeah. Alright. Been in there. Didn't think I went fully in here, did I? I just opened the door and I shot that guy. There's the exit. Or is that the entrance? Hang on. No, that's the entrance. Oh, bugger. Alright, so I'm back to where I started. Which is actually where I wanted to be. In a funny way. Right. That's just the door that goes in there. That's where I was before, so okay. Hang on. I sense a trap. there's the exit. Let's see what's behind this door. One of them. Oh, come on. Wearing your fancy blue uniform doesn't make you more bulletproof. Come on, pick it up. Any secrets in here? Nope. Come on, there must be something here. No secrets there either. You scum. Well, that was handy. Where did I see the, where did I see the exit now? Oh my god. There it is. No sneaks. Done. Ooh, close to having 100% treasure there. And on this floor, Wolfenstein, Nazi scientists, and other assorted trash. Let's just make sure there's nothing worth taking. I don't think there's any more powerful guns than this one, is there? Clear the corridor first. Right. There's one of, yeah, I was going to say, there's some of these you've got to be careful because they can shoot you through them bloody pillar things. Which when I first played this game, I didn't know. And I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Oh, you see it. Goddamn scum suck. Big dog. Get the words out. That's where I came in. And that's where I get out. Yep. Now where are they filtering from? Weird. They all decided they're going to come wandering in from. I mean, their cunning plan failed. Well, I shot him. That's so cheesy. At least you had the good sense to put some food there. Alright. Did I get them all? Through the bloody doorway. Right, I have the key. Now I have ammunition. And now all I need to do is remember how to get out of this bloody thing back towards the beginning. And then it's like I don't think this is the way. No, this is definitely not the way. No, it is the way. Splendid. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Just swear to God. Hang on, do I need another key? No. What's going on here? What's with all these magic doors? Oh my God. Alright, I haven't got a clue what's going on now. Alright, okay, now I do. Know where that is. Move. That's the middle bit. And this is the other bit. And... wait. What in the bloody hell? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, hi there, a1dy74's. Let me save the game because I'm getting hopelessly lost. Has this thing got... right, hang on. Came in there, went there, in here, round here. That's the middle bit. That's not where the exit is, but where it would have been had the game not been a git. There's the exit. What What a rotten bastard. I've got all the treasure anyway. Save. Did I save that? No. Alright. Oh, you punk. Right. Stop sending dogs after me. I don't like shooting dogs. Nothing worth robbing there. Shut up. It's the same place, okay. That's the door I came in from there. Right, alright then, okay. Let's dispense of him. Make sure there's nobody like him. The key opens the door. Oh, another life. It should be something I won't be using because I'll be reloading. Just reminds me. Because you never know when you're going to get cheesed by something. Hang on. It's okay. Alright. Like that. Cheesed. Nice. Oh, secret Hitler. Oh, another secret. Aha, move. I think unless... Bloody hell, what a overcomplicated castle this is. Oh, come on! Stand there indifferent when I've shot you with a bleeding Gatling gun. There's probably secrets in there, but can't be asked. A map. Why you have no map? Been in there. No. Yeah. All right. in through that door, didn't I? Alright. That's just the other side of that. Did I go through that door? Yes. Came out of this one, didn't I? Because that was on the right. No? No! What's going on here? Is this a troll? What type of thing is going on here? There's no more to this, is there? No, alright. Fabulous. Alright. Bloody bastard. There's the exit. Oh, I've got the key, haven't I? Right, I'm not going down there just yet. Because of El Scumbag there. That's all very well and good, but I could do with some health. Right, so that's the place I want to go. And that was very convenient. And that's not the way I want to go. I want to go that way. And I want to run around here, open you, run down here, you, and go to the next floor. Alright. Why does this... Why do I have a bad feeling about this? That's why I have a bad feeling about this. Have it. Ah, there we go. And there's me fella. Yeah! And that is... Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. See, that says total time 56 minutes, but I've been streaming this for longer. I don't know. I run out of the castle and hook up with the underground. They inform you that the rumours were true. Some hideous human experiments were seen around Castle Hollowhammer. So Operation Eisenfaust is real. You must journey there and terminate the maniacal Dr. Shabs before his undead army marches against humanity. And in episode 3, Hitler hides in his Titanic bunker as the Third Reich crumbles about him. Right. the hell are the nocturnal missions? Whatever the hell they are. Okay. And there's the leaderboard where I'm nowhere near. Right, so that'll do. Not a long stream, but I think I'm going to do like I did with Doom, each game chapter per stream. And like I say, my throat is ready to expire, so this is as good a place as any to stop. So thanks for watching, and I will be back soon with more to come.